Today, our family is flying what might be the world's most tropical airline, Fiji Airways. I've heard so many amazing things about this airline, especially about the way they incorporate different aspects of the Fijian culture into the in-flight experience. We can't wait to share with you what it's like to fly for 11 hours from Los Angeles to Nadi in Fiji Airways business class. From the lie flat seats, to the service, to the food, to the many cultural touches which make this a truly unique flying experience.
So excited. Maybe they'll have some Fiji LOL balls. I'm gonna drink so much Fiji water. I'm gonna be part Fiji water by the end of this trip.
Okay, so one little snafu we ran into, which is good to know if you're flying Fiji Airways, is that Fiji actually doesn't deal with TSA PreCheck, or they don't participate in the program. And so we weren't able to use our TSA PreCheck membership here. And then also, unfortunately, here at this terminal, Clear closes at 7 or 7:30 p.m. Our flight is very late, much later than that, and so we couldn't do that either. Now, luckily, the regular security line was pretty empty at this time of the night, so we got through pretty quickly. But that's definitely something to know if you're going to be flying this airline.
Ella has the coolest sweater. I was going to get it, but they didn't have it in my size. It's, we're almost there. It's a bear!
So we were going to go check out the Star Alliance lounge, which is the lounge that you have access to when you're flying Fiji Airways business class. However, the time is getting a little short, so we think that we're probably just going to head straight to the gate just to eliminate any possible chance of missing this flight. So we're not going to lounge it up because it's a bit of a walk to the gate. So let's go.
There you are. There you are. Get used to this. Oh my god, this cute. So cute. I always open it with Sean, so I can open it.
It's nice how there's all the little touches, right? The Fijian prints. One of the things we love about trying out different airlines is getting to experience how each country brings its own unique culture and identity to the in-flight experience. And Fiji Airways really excels in this area. From the moment you step onto the plane, the island vibes are strong. They play gentle, relaxing music, and you can see traditional Fijian patterns incorporated into the designs of the livery, the bed linens, and the amenity kit. The cabin crew uniforms are also a reflection of the culture, with the men wearing bula shirts and the women wearing a traditional two-piece outfit known as a sulu jaba, and of course a flower in their hair. These small details are a subtle but effective way to link the in-flight experience to Fiji itself, and to make it feel like you're not just on any ordinary flight. The cabin crew came around with pre-departure drinks, juice for the kids, and champagne for the adults. The hot towels had an amazing fresh floral scent that really evoked the islands. The safety video did a great job of showcasing the natural beauty of Fiji, and of showcasing some of its top rugby players. FYI, rugby is just as big in Fiji as it is in Australia and New Zealand. And then it was time for takeoff. This flight was on the Airbus A350, which Fiji Airways only started flying in early 2020. There are 33 reverse herringbone seats in business class. The white and cream seats, together with the purple mood lighting and the punches of black and white Fijian graphics, make the cabin look really sophisticated. The seats are in a 1-2-1 configuration, which means that every business class passenger has direct aisle access. The seats themselves offer a good amount of privacy because they're angled away from each other, and there's a little wing that provides some coverage. On the way to Nadi, all 4 of us had window seats, while on the way back to LAX, the girls sat together in the middle section. Pretty soon, it was time for our first meal. The meals served on Fiji Airways business class were delicious, and the airline uses this opportunity to incorporate traditional Fijian ingredients. My chicken dish was garnished with dehydrated taro, but depending on which route you fly, you may find your dish garnished with other traditional Fijian root vegetables, like cassava, sweet potato, or plantains. They even serve a kava and cinnamon ice cream on some flights. Kava is the traditional national drink of Fiji, usually prepared for a big group as part of a kava ceremony. So it's great to see that this very distinctive part of Fijian culture is incorporated into the menu as well. The girls had fallen asleep shortly after takeoff, and the cabin crew took such great care of them, reclining their seats so they could lie flat and placing duvets on them so that they could stay warm. After I finished my dinner, the flight attendant came around to make my bed for me, putting down a mattress pad and setting up the pillow and duvet. And I took a nice long nap until it was time for breakfast. I had an omelet, sipped some coffee out of this mug, also adorned with the traditional Fijian motifs, and enjoyed the views of the sun slowly rising. Okay, time for a mini bathroom tour. Is this the Fiji season?
I don't know. No. I think so.
I think they did one in Fiji. While Sean watched Survivor, Ella enjoyed the Captain Underpants movie. One thing that really stood out on this flight was the level of service from the cabin crew. At the end of the flight, they actually approached every single passenger in our cabin to thank us for flying with them. We've never experienced anything like that before, and it was a really special moment. And then, it was time to land in paradise.
We are now approaching the terminal, and for your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
It's so convenient that Fiji Airways offers this daily direct nonstop flight from LAX because it allows you to fly at night, have a meal, go to sleep, and wake up in Fiji.
The Ella Drew for the flight attendants.
So adorable. Ella, nice drawing. Hey! Haven't seen you in so long. Serge was on the other side of the plane. That's our plane. This is different, right? Open air jet bridge. Don't worry, this video is far from over. Coming up next, I'm going to show you what it's like to fly on Fiji Link, which is the domestic airline subsidiary of Fiji Airways. And I'm going to take you on a tour of the absolutely gorgeous flagship Fiji Airways Premier Lounge at Nadi International Airport. After spending a few days on the main island of Viti Levu, we flew to the town of Savu-Savu, which is on Vanua Levu, Fiji's second largest island. Okay, so this is the domestic departures hall. As you can see, it's very of a indoor-outdoor vibe here. We checked in for our flight and got some drinks and snacks at this little kiosk in the domestic terminal. Then it was time to fly. We went through security and headed straight onto the tarmac to board the Twin Otter that would take us to Savu-Savu. It was about a 45-minute flight with beautiful views along the way. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this landing made me a bit nervous because the runway seemed pretty short. But the pilots were pros and got us to Savu-Savu safe and sound. By the way, I'll link below to the full vlog of our trip to Fiji so you can see everything we did on both islands. Fast forward a few days and it was time to fly back to Nadi and onto LAX again. And I want to show you just how tiny the airport at Savu-Savu is. Alright, we're at the airport and it's time to head back home. This is the smallest and cutest airport ever though. Do you think there's a priority pass lounge here? Probably not.
It's a vendor.
It's that vending machine. Okay, now we are leaving domestic and we're going to international, which is right across the road. The international terminal at Nadi underwent a renovation and upgrade just a few years ago, and it looks really fantastic. It's always nice to see when countries invest well into their tourism infrastructure this way. Serge got the dreaded quadruple S.
This.
No! If you don't know, that means that you're flagged for like an extra security check.
Yeah, and they just did it.
Oh, which one? In Turkey?
Salvador.
Oh, right.
So it just happened like 3 weeks ago. They're like, why's the guy going to El Salvador?
Turkey, El Salvador,
Turkey.
Fiji. What's going on with this guy? Guys, it's so cute that the ladies' sign for the bathroom has a little Fijian pattern on her skirt. Fiji Airways Premier Lounge at Nadi International Airport is just under 10,000 square feet and can hold up to about 200 guests. The lounge is well designed with a variety of zones that offer different types of seating configurations, from dining tables and chairs to plush seating for relaxation. The food selection is pretty extensive, with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables to be had. Families will appreciate this little play area for kids, with cartoons playing and lots of fun toys, as Sean and Ella so thoughtfully demonstrate here. Just as Fiji Airways brings elements of Fijian culture to the in-flight experience, they found ways to do this in the lounge too. The plant wall and banks of flowers remind travelers of Fiji's natural beauty, while this Fiji bean cart brings some local flavor to the lounge. These carts can be found at markets and bus terminals all over Fiji, selling both sweet and savory snacks to the public. So it's a fun touch for the airline to include one of these in the lounge. Now, if I could wave a magic wand, I would wish for this lounge to have some natural light and some views of the tarmac. Unfortunately, because of where it's located within the airport, there are no windows at all, which is a shame. But the lounge is still a beautifully designed space to wait for your flight. Also, it's accessible to Priority Pass members, which is a great plus. Then it was time to head home. All in all, we had an amazing experience flying with Fiji Airways in business class. It's so convenient that they offer a daily direct nonstop flight from LAX. We loved how the airline found so many ways to bring the unique culture and identity of Fiji to the in-flight experience. And we were blown away by the level of service provided by the cabin crew. Click that video right there for the full vlog from our trip. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.